Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our video of planets through ascendants. And today we are going to be covering Moon in the second house in the sign of Libra in your birth chart and what happens when the Moon is in the sign of Libra in the second house for Virgo ascendant. So this is a planets through ascendant series. So we're covering one Virgo Lagna as in Virgo ascendant, and we're looking at position of Moon in the second house. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular moon, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the other astrological details, for that check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Maga Vedic Astrology Academy, where I now fully, completely teach you from A through Z of everything. So Moon in the second house in Libra. So this is a particular combination known as a Dhan Yoga. This is actually one of the best Dhan Yogas to have whenever you have either second lord in the 11th or 11th lord in the second, and especially if there's like an exchange, meaning both of the lords are exchanging each other houses. Excellent. So naturally, Moon, known as the planet of material things. Moon is a planet of material wealth, material relationship, all the lustful and enjoyable things in life. That's what Moon is. And so here in this particular situation, Moon, first of all, naturally gives great amount of wealth, great amount of support in life through the family. And one of the things we see with this particular Moon is that a person greatly values, because what is the second house of astrology? It's a house where you value something, because we value our family. So it's a house that you value something. It's a house that you accumulate things in. So for this person, one of the most important things in life is to accumulate and value relationships. They need to create relationship. They need to have relationships with all kinds of people, not just their family members, but they need to have that social circle, that friends and that camaraderie that feels like the family for this individual. Like for them, it becomes quite important because their enjoyment comes from sharing their enthusiasm about life with every other person. The other thing that you will notice is that they also value traveling to different places, having like this travel bug within them. However, this is also a very sensitive position for the Moon, because it's a particular position where a person will run into a lot of situations, a lot of times in their life, where they'll have to deal with division in life. Whether it's dividing of the properties, whether it's dividing of family assets, whether it's being separated from family and they have to go somewhere while the family's somewhere else, and they'll, especially if this Moon is not impacted by malefic planets, they will really feel hurt by being away from family. And now, of course, if you have cluster of planets, malefic planets in the second house, then of course it will give heartbreaks through the family. The more they try to have a cordial relationship, the more they try to balance things out, the more uneven and unbalanced they become. Because Libra is not the sign of balance, it's a sign of showing unbalance in things. Something is always up, something is always down. This is why the symbolism of Libra is the scales of law. That means either the law wins or the other party wins. It's also this merchant scales. A merchant, when he's holding the scale back in the days, he would put weights on one of them, and the other one would be the stuff that the person is trying to buy, like vegetables. And only when they're balanced, then he would make that transaction, or she would make that transaction. So it's always about imbalancing and always trying to balance it. So it's the sign of Libra, you got to understand, it represents this motion of balance, not balance, motion of balance. So when somebody has prominent planets here, like the Moon, their mind is always in, always in the mode of balancing something out. Here it becomes a family. Here it becomes the things that they value. And also usually when they buy new shoes, whenever this person buys new shoes, especially like white color shoes, they tend to get wealth, or somehow they get more closer to the family. Somehow they, like, if somebody with this buys like white shoes, next day their family may call, hey, why don't you come over for dinner? Hey, we miss you. Or hey, I have something for you. And they can accumulate, more savings by doing certain things. So overall, it's a good placement. But again, moon is a type of planet that gets impregnated with any planet that sits with it. So if Rahu is sitting there, Saturn is sitting there, Jupiter is sitting there, well, that is going to completely change the DNA of, moon, because moon is the womb. A womb is the collection of two different DNAs coming together, the male DNA, the female DNA. So here, moon can easily manipulate itself into impregnating its womb with other planetary energy. So those are the things that can then we have to look at it more in detail, like, okay, what is this particular planet doing with the moon? And usually this can also give love for musical instruments, singing, playing music early in life. Now, will this carry on throughout life? Well, for that, you really have to look at many other parameters. And when they match, sure, why not? Okay. And usually this person is a very entrepreneurial natured person too. They love to enterprise. They want to usually they take the family assets, family wealth, and they want to like create more businesses with it. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of moon in the second house in Libra for Virgo ascendant people. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know where your moon is placed, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the other astrological details, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time, tomorrow. Bye.